Okay, hello everybody. Good evening. It is about 9:15 on Wednesday evening. I've been trying to find some other people to hop on and cast some of these games. Unfortunately, everybody has prior engagements, so I think I'm gonna go solo this time. Last weekend was a just a marathon of great games. We saw some epic returns. We saw some people making their return after 18 or so years. So, there was a lot of action to be had. And so, what I wanted to do was go over some of the games. I believe the total amount of games covered something like 6 hours. So, obviously, I can't go through each and every game. I'm only going to focus on the ones that are sort of 4 versus 4 and above. And I calculated 18 games. And even that is kind of excessive, especially since most of these games were sort of 2-team S2 type games where, the total runtime can be, 12 to 16 minutes. And so I think I'm just going to cover the first 6 games, and then hopefully when I cover the next batch of 6 games, I will be accompanied by somebody else. But yeah, let's see. This is week 3 of the Calvin Hobbes tournament. I believe this was the first team game, and let's jump into it. So this first game, hold on, let me do all this stuff. So this first game we have Team Creeping Death with Crypto Scratch Fenster and Mouse Leisure against the Tax-Paying Citizens. April 15th is coming up, guys. Make sure you pay those taxes. With Overdose, John God, MP, and Spy. So this is actually a pretty balanced group of players. Obviously, Mouse Leisure is probably the player with the least amount of World War II experience, but Crypto Scratch and Fenster have proven themselves in this tournament, not to mention the last 20 years of Myth. So that's no pushover team right there. It looks like we have Fenster trying to pop the pile maybe, or trying to get a lucky shot. Not really sure. We have Overdose pulling up the rear there. I don't know what took him so long to get into position. We see not very much communication between the two teams. However, I think it was Spy wisely popping that pile. And a couple of lob RPGs into the plains. Now we see Overdose reloading, Cryptos with a wide flank, picking up some more grenades. Spy asking OD, how do you want to play it? Let's see if I respond. Wait for them, he says. Now we see John God and Overdose getting attacked by Cryptos' team. Spy is going for the RPG pile. MP and Fenster are locked in a duel. And it seems like the front is going to be this sort of forest here. That's the battle line. And with that in mind, I really like Team Overdose's positioning, since they do have the elevation advantage. However, Cryptos is a very dangerous player coming from the sides. Not sure if anyone sees him. We have Spy perhaps going for a reload. Mouse Leisure healing. And Spy is going to get annihilated. I'm not sure if he saw Kryptos. But that was a great RPG there from John God, putting Kryptos in the red. Scratch is making a very aggressive push up the hill. That usually never works, and that is no exception. So now we have Kryptos, who's extremely red, Fenster and Mouse Leisure against MP, John God, and Overdose. Overdose with a lob RPG, presumably thinking that any amount of damage would kill Kryptos. I think would end up killing him with some shrapnel, as Kryptos is saying. But with Kryptos down and Scratch down, arguably the two best players of Creeping Death, they are going to have to do some kind of miracle in order to turn the tables here. Mouse Leisure. Is he going to get through? Okay, yes, he's trying to aid Fenster, which is probably a good decision. I'm not sure what John God is doing. I think he just kind of went off on his own, not really contributing to the team. But Overdose and MP seem to have things well in order. Alright, Mouse Leisure's going to go down, and it's just Fenster at this point.
Team eliminated.
And he's going to go down. So, that was game one. I believe that might have been my first two-team victory of this entire tournament. I have not had good luck up until now. So, thank you, John God, for that beautiful Zook. Thank you, MP, for your 5 damage and 2 kills. And I guess thank you, Spy, for taking away Kryptos' RPG, which made him a little bit easier to kill, I guess. And yeah, team effort. Strategically, I would say that fighting uphill was kind of a poor decision, and I think they could have played it a bit differently. But that's neither here nor there. Here we go. This is Capture the Flag, Combat S-2. And we have the return of the legendary Karma. It's been a while since we've seen him. In fact, we probably haven't seen him since last year's Calvin Hobbes tournament, where he successfully led his team to victory over Team Xenophone. So it's good to see him back after close to a year. He is a team captain with Overdose, Scratch, MP, and John God, going up against Team Gerald with Fenster, Kryptos, Mouse Leisure, and Spy. So this is Combat S-2. You know, pretty standard map. One thing to be aware of is that the ammunition on this map is a bit sparse, particularly the RPGs, which are such a key part of World War II. So that's a bit annoying, even though this map is generally regarded as one of the best of all time, second only perhaps to Recon itself. That is one of the drawbacks, is the lack of explosives. In fact, you probably have to go here just to get 3 more RPGs, or, you know, to go up to these weapons caches in the corner or the middle. And it's basically impossible for every single soldier to pick up an RPG. There just aren't enough on the map, especially when people like Karma try and pop the pile and miss. Perhaps he's showing a bit of rust there. So we have Karma going up the middle, MP going north, Scratch going east, Overdose just standing there Oh, he's got two guys over here. And that is going to be Spy. Overdose, just wasting an RPG. MP is engaging Fenster. 3 people just sitting there. Looks like Overdose is getting triangulated. Oh, both of these are Spy. Looks like MP and Karma. Oh. Overdose asking Scratch for help. Scratch obliges. Overdose firing a couple of Hail Marys. Oh, wow. Spy getting annihilated there. And it looks like this engagement up here has tapered off. Everybody seems to be going after Kryptos, who's one of these, one soldier at a time kind of guys. He likes to say that as long as his soldier profits, basically kills at least one other soldier, then it's worth it. It's 4-on-1 right now. We'll see if he's able to make this soldier worth it. You see Overdose and Scratch attacking Fenster and Drawl. Yeah, Kryptos is really up against it. He's going to have to zook this AFK. Oh, he misses, and he's going to get gunned down. So, did not profit on that. And we have a horde of soldiers. Who is this? Malsleisure, Fenster, Drawl, and Spy forming this line right here. They are a bit on the downslope. That's kind of surprising, which is actually giving Karma. Well, actually, I don't know what he's doing now. Now is he rushing them? He should be attacking this red guy. Ooh, he's just going to get perforated. Yeah, Karma's going to get gunned down. I don't know what the purpose of that was. Oh, nice grenade bounce there. But yeah, that was a bizarre play from Karma. I think he was trying to catch these guys off guard, but they just kind of turned around and slaughtered him. Very, very bizarre. It is currently all tied up at 70%, so neither team really getting much of an advantage after these initial conflicts. Oh, nice RPG there from Kryptos, blowing up MP. MP and Kryptos are going to play Ring Around the Rosie. Oh, no, MP. Okay, so MP has 2 groups of soldiers. And he's going to take that down. Spy says he needs help because he's being chased by Karma. Ooh, he turns around. Nice RPG there. He's going to... Oh, Karma picking up the fire nades. Now, usually fire nades are to troll people, but because there's so little ammunition on the map, it's possible that Karma picked up that fire nade legitimately. And Scratch is going to finish off Spy to help out Karma. We see these 3 Fenster soldiers engaging MP, and now Karma's going to come around the other side and trap Fenster. And Scratch is going to be around there too, so Fenster is in a really tough position. He also has John God coming around. Yeah, Fenster is completely surrounded. Yep, and he's going to go down. We see the third Kryptos single soldier there. We'll see if he's able to... Oh, that was perhaps a very errant RPG, but a very good grenade. We see Overdose making a push for the flag, but I think he's going to get gunned down here. It looks like he killed somebody, but he's going to get shot down. Kryptos is engaging MP.
5 minutes.
And he's going to get stabbed. So MP is actually faring quite well against Kryptos this game, which is allowing other players to do other things like make pushes for this flag. Knowing that John God and Scratch are outnumbered, they wisely stay on the high ground. Then rather than going in there and being aggressive. Nice nade there from Scratch. And at this point, the entirety of Choral's forces are pretty much bottled up in the corner. We do have one Kryptos soldier sort of on the side, but yeah, these guys are really getting surrounded here. Some great timing from MP to shoot Kryptos' soldier while Karma was dodging. And yeah, everybody's gonna start collapsing. And yep, that's it. So that was a very interesting game. This could have been Karma's first game back. I'm not entirely sure. There might have been a couple games before this S2 game. But yeah, I mean, you know, we saw some good moves from Karma. We also saw some pretty questionable behavior, such as, you know, maybe some errant Zooks, and or you know, popping the middle pile, as well as that 3-soldier rush, which you know, he just ran right into a firing line and basically got annihilated. But I would say that, you know, Scratch and MP had very good games. MP, of course, with the most damage in the game, keeping Kryptos at bay over in this northwestern area, and Scratch coming around to help me when Spy was pursuing, and you know, he was pivotal in saving my behind, as well as acting as a wingman of sorts to Karma whenever Karma was making a push. Scratch wasn't too far behind, so you know, both Scratch and MP with very important and, you know, very pivotal roles in that game. And I think it's due to the efforts of those two that Karma's team was victorious.
Game over.
All right, let's keep going. This is game 3. Capture the flag, Urban Recon Carnage, but it's normal difficulty, not what just happened. Yeah, what that is. Maybe the film. Maybe I didn't move the film from the downloads folder to the recordings folder. Not really sure, but yeah, I'll figure that out later. Anyway, this is another Karma Captain's game with Fenster, Overdose, Kryptos, and Spy against John God, MP, Scratch, and Jural. Unfortunately, this is a 5 versus 4 game, but with Urban Recon Carnage, you never know. I think there might be 28 mercenaries, 2 cannons, and 2 tanks. We see MP with a circle of mercenaries off to the side with no real strategic purpose, it seems. You know, maybe to catch a couple of flankers or something like that, but yeah, interesting deployment for MP. We see Spy and Fenster going to the swamps. And it looks like MP is going to draw first blood there with a tank shot, killing one of Spy's mercenaries. Looks like a middle fight is brewing. We see a nice cannon shot from Kryptos. And a couple of mercs. Kryptos is going to have to turn around and shoot the peanuts. Or he's going to try and run away. Both of those options are both pretty good. And those soldiers are going to go down. Karma, meanwhile, is engaging Scratch. And Kryptos' cannon is going to get healed. We have Fenster with the deep flank. Let's see if he's able to sneak in. I don't even know Fenster. Okay, he does see him. And he's going to kill that soldier. We have MP with a tank. Let's see what he does. Oh, we have a nice shot there from Spy with the cannon. Oh, it's Fenster. Fenster trying to kill some of these zombies. And now Spy attacking from the front, going after this cannon. That nade is not going to get there. He launches another one. Let's see if that one does the job. That one doesn't do the job. He instead tries to kill it with the shotgun, which does the job. He throws one last grenade. Oh! The cannon from Spy, I think. So now both of the cannons are dead. The only sort of non-mercenary unit alive for John God's team is this MP tank. Let's see how that fares against Overdose's tank. Overdose fires. And that shot, while close, barely did any damage to MP's tank. That's kind of surprising. I think Spy has a lock on MP's cannon. And Karma is making a push for the flag. Spy backing up Karma. Ooh, beautiful nade from Karma to get... I think he killed 2 and almost killed 2 more. Nice cannon shot from, I think, Spy. Another excellent cannon shot from Spy. Kryptos's cannon seemingly on defense only. Yeah, Spy is just on fire right now with that cannon. All he has to do is just tag the flag, but he instead decides to heal, which allows John God's team to actually run back to the flag. And that perhaps is not Spy's best shot, because I think he just killed 2 friendly units. Now we have Overdose. Okay, Spy makes up for it by killing that soldier, and Overdose is going to take the flag. So yeah, I mean, it was really difficult for John God's team being, you know, one player down. You know, in a game type like Carnage, that makes a huge difference. But at the same time, Spy, you know, even though Kryptos got 1 more damage from him, and Karma got a few, you know, 5 more damage. It was really that cannon work from Spy that I think really turned the tide of the battle. You know, Kryptos, he got 79 damage, but honestly, you know, aside from that first engagement in this area, I don't know what he was doing. So I don't know where that damage came from, other than that earlier engagement. Karma, you know, causing all kinds of havoc at the flag. Again, you know, a beautiful grenade to almost kill 4 people with 1 grenade. That's very difficult to do, but if 1 person can do it, Karma's your guy, and so I think that's where a lot of that damage came from. But again, if I had to give an MVP, I'd have to give it to Spy and this cannon here.
Team eliminated. Game over.
All right, let's do Game 5. This is a rematch. We have Team Kryptos with Scratch, Geralt, and Fenster versus, again, I believe this is the 3rd time in a row, maybe even the 4th time in a row, if we count that game that didn't load, Team Karma with MP, John God, Overdose, and Spy.
Game on.
Spy says he's going plains. Presumably, this is the plains, but I'm not sure if that is the generally accepted term to describe this area. I usually just call it the beach because there's a beach. But if you consider this to be the swamps, then I guess this would make it the plains. So Spy is in this area. It looks like he is going to see Geralt Toad in a couple of minutes. Fenster is doing another wide flank, and I don't think he has been detected. Meanwhile, nobody is following Karma's battle plans, we see pretty much everybody doing the exact opposite of what Karma outlined. We see a huge clump of soldiers and a tank battle. Kryptos and a huge bunch of guys versus MP and Spy. Despite it being 2 tanks versus 1, Kryptos appears to be the aggressor. And MP seemingly disengaging himself. Oh, excellent shot there from Spy. I'm not sure how he was able to one-shot kill Kryptos, because I believe he was pretty green, so you know, if you hit the battery, sometimes it does one-shot kill. So I think that's what happened. Excellent shot there from Spy, especially because MP seemingly turning tail at the sight of Kryptos. Meanwhile, we have Fenster with the other tank. I think he was able to kill MP's tank. And you know, without backup from another either cannon or tank, this Fenster tank is going to be quite problematic. Already having 6 kills. However, Spy is mopping up in the plains, or I like to call it the beach, and the beach should be the official term of this area. So it really is just tanks mowing down mercenaries at this point. Although, who was that? John God with a nice grenade to take this tank down to orange. Overdose coming in with some units to try and grenade this tank. We have a 2-on-2 match, Kryptos against Karma, Merc battle. Did Fenster's tank? Yeah, Fenster's tank must have died. I was fixated on this battle of the heavyweights here, Karma versus Kryptos, each suffering a loss. And Karma's going to go down, so Kryptos wins that battle. Now we see Spy with his tank, and this is just open season here. There's nothing really that can kill that tank, especially with that cannon going down. Overdose is kind of suiciding at this point. He should back up and let the tank do its thing, but instead he's going to lose some soldiers. Spy with a shot doing all kinds of damage. The only thing that could really get Spy at this point is a grenade. And oh, back-to-back grenades from scratch are going to kill Spy's tank and actually make this game somewhat even. Karma's team still has a 5% advantage, but that dual grenades from scratch really saved the game for Team Creeping Death. So I think in terms of mercenaries, things might actually be quite equal. The only difference maker is this cannon. So let's see if John God is able to put this cannon to work. He should be moving his cannon to about this area from which he could bombard the hill. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if he does that. It looks like Fenster was able to kill somebody here, perhaps trying to sneak around and kill some of these zombies. And he is going to kill 2 zombies. Fenster, he just has to kill Overdose. He does kill Overdose. However, Spy is there to stay. And one of Fenster's soldiers goes down. Great try by Fenster there. That was almost a stolen victory. And at this point, because of that cannon, well, actually now, I would say that Kryptos' team probably has, 3 or 4 more mercenaries than Team Karma at this point. Jaral is making a push, perhaps a bit ill-advised. And Jaral's going to get taken down, so now a small advantage that they did have is now reversed, and I think, assuming the cannon is worth about 5%, we are back to even in terms of mercenaries. We have a battle brewing between Scratch and Fenster against MP.
Flag contested.
Oh, we have a possible flag steal here. Kryptos rushing the flag. And he's going to get gunned down. MP and Fenster, 2-on-2 match going on. Rather than firing their shotguns, they're deciding to throw grenades at each other. John God still unable to get into this position here to bombard the hill. He's instead fixating on shooting some stragglers. And Fenster is getting kind of surrounded here. I think John God might have target lock on somebody when in fact he should be either control clicking or moving forward. Yeah, you typically don't want to lock onto a soldier because they're so maneuverable. I think it's better to just control click in this kind of area and hope you get lucky. Just keep pounding the hill. Now we have Fenster and Scratch, each with 1 soldier, versus Spy. Perhaps he's retreating to wait for some backup. Overdose saying, "Let cannon kill." However, there's only 2 left, so maybe Overdose is being a bit too conservative. However, Spy might have been too aggressive trying to charge up that hill 1 versus 2. So I think now everybody appears to be in position, and the final assault is going to commence. Let's see if Team Creeping Death can hold out for 4 minutes and 45 seconds. he's going to go down. So we have two players who hit triple digits, Spy and Fenster, both of whom I believe had a tank. And, so Spy was creating all kinds of chaos in this area. Fenster was killing a lot of soldiers in this area, which allowed them to rack up the damage. It's surprising how ineffective mercenaries are against tanks. However, sometimes, like with Scratch, who I believe saved the game with those two very well placed grenades against Spy's tank, which ultimately, brought the game to a somewhat stalemate. All Spy really had to do was kind of just charge up this hill and mow everybody down, but Scratch was able to prevent that from happening, which actually put Team Creeping Death at a unit advantage for a while there. Unfortunately, perhaps Geral's rush with the 3 soldiers and some other unfortunate events like some rushes towards the flag. Fenster came close but didn't quite get there. And that's what ultimately I think led to Team Creeping Death losing the game. But it was still, considering it was a 5-on-4 game, there was plenty of back and forth, and I think both teams played quite well. Okay, so I said I was going to go through the first 6, so I guess that makes this the last one. Let's see if Karma is the captain yet again. No, he is not. Okay, so this game we have Team John God with Karma, Scratch, Geral, and Kryptos against Mouse Leisure, MP, Overdose, Fenster, and Spy. So I believe Mouse Leisure is making his comeback to even up the game, or even up the teams at 5 apiece. And this is 2023.
Game on.
It's great to see double-digit players in a World War II game in 2023. We have Scratch with the cannon for Team John God. Not much needs to be said about that. He loves the cannon, and everybody knows it. So it's no surprise that that's what he got. Mouse Leisure for Mouse Leisure's team is going to be manning the cannon. Usually the person manning the cannon will get 1 or 2 soldiers, but I guess since perhaps Mouse Leisure knows that there will be some zombies on the flag, he could just use those instead. So we have going planes, Spy and Overdose. That's not really a surprise. And then the planes, we have Karma and Geral. So a six-person expeditionary unit going up against 5 of these soldiers. Fenster going right up the middle. And Spy and Overdose are going to engage Karma there. Fenster continuing with his aggressive play, firing a couple RPGs, and now he appears... he's getting shot from all sides there, perhaps a little too aggressive. Overdose wisely retreating back to this hill, usually engaging Karma head-on is a fool's errand, so Overdose is a little too smart for that, going back to this hill for a little elevation advantage. Spy popping off those RPGs wisely. MP going around back. Let's see if anybody finds him. Overdose withstanding an RPG barrage. Cryptos coming to help Karma and Geralt. One of Karma's soldiers is going to go down. One of Overdose's soldiers is going to go down. And both of Overdose's soldiers are going to go down from Geralt Toad. Close cannon shot there. And Spy is going to get one of Geralt's soldiers with that grenade. Beautiful RPG there from Fenster. Karma coming back to the plains. Trying to help out Karma's other soldier. Overdose is chasing Karma. And Karma's gonna go down. Coming from behind is Cryptos. Cryptos is gonna get gunned down. Cryptos is wondering what happened. It seems to me like he got perforated with some bullets. Meanwhile, MP testing the flag defenses, shooting some RPGs. See if MP can get this guy. Looks like he's going to escape. We see another Cryptos unit wandering in the plains. Scratch has yet to kill any soldiers. But it's just a matter of time. Yep, just a matter of time. Well done from Scratch. I'm sure that felt good. MP, of course, has 2 idle soldiers contributing nothing. We see Fenster trying to take on Droll in the swamps. Meanwhile, Spy is going right up the middle with a 5-kill vet. I think he might be going after this cannon here. And Spy thinks better of it and pulls off a bit. Overdose says, don't get too aggressive. And I think that's wise advice there in that situation. Speaking of Overdose, he is going planes. Someone just got annihilated with a cannon shot. That's Mal's first shot. First kill, rather. Spy saying that he's going for the cannon. However, we see Overdose making a break for the flag. And he just has to run to the flag and take it.
Flag captured.
And that'll do it. So, pretty interesting game, I would say. Of course, Spy with six kills, no losses. No doubt most of it from this plains fight. He had his 2 soldiers here. I had my 3 soldiers here, and we sort of were able to hold this front against an onslaught of Jaral, Karma, and then I think a bit later Kryptos came in. So I mean, great job from Overdose and Spy holding this or sealing off this entry point. Great job from MP holding down this area. Yeah, it's an interesting game.
Team eliminated. Game over.
All right, well, that was the first 6 games. Hopefully, the next time I broadcast, bring someone else along to make this a little more enjoyable or a little more annoying, depending on who shows up. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.